in 187 Mupedi section in Katlehong, and the African flag Spantula Temple is a backdrop for today's edition of the Art Bulletin. Welcome to it. I'm Tumi Sedumedi, and thank you so very much for staying with us. The Newtown Cultural Precinct will be a hive of activity this weekend, and it's all thanks to the Borna Aspazar. Festival goers will be treated to some stand-up comedy, poetry, and music intercepted between performances of the 4 productions on offer.
Ticket prices 83 rands for the day. So you get a pass, you pay 83 rands, you can watch all 4 shows on that day. You can go into Gramatula's, the old restaurant that used to be Gramatula's. We're turning that space into the light entertainment performance area where we'll have our comedians, poets and live bands performing in there. And then we'll also have a flea market outside where people will exhibit their wares. We've got designers, clothing designers, jewelry, and just general merchandise basically. We've also got an industry conversation. We call them 612s, where it's just a heated debate. We discuss things that concern us. Our one is themed Our Voices, Our Stories. It's Heritage Month. We've got plays in indigenous languages. All our plays have got some form of, whatever language the cast speaks. So we've got Waruna Siane on the panel. We've got Mam Fatima Dike on the panel. We've got Dom Kumete, who's a young up-and-coming guy, also as part of the panel. So Saturday starts at 12, and then Sunday we go back to 2 o'clock.
One of South Africa's biggest cultural destinations, the Joburg Art Gallery, otherwise known as JAG, out in Uber Park in Johannesburg, will open one of its biggest exhibitions tomorrow evening. The exhibition, which is curated by Hulane, will be opened by Dr. Gillian Kalman.
It was really the very beginnings of the gallery, because it was actually only completed, the gallery itself, in 1915, and it was Lady Phillips who really drove a campaign to try and purchase work for the gallery. So she started buying even before the gallery was open, but she made use of this curator. So this exhibition is everything that he had chosen for the gallery at the time. The exhibition focuses on the foundation collection, and we've tried to make sort of intimate conversations between pieces. So we've, in some cases, we've organized one artist that made more than one painting together. In other areas, we put all the landscape art together. So we really, and then there's also the British school, the French school, the French Impressionists. So we broke it into those categories as well.
The Standerton Music Festival and Expo will take place on the 27th of September. Taking over the Mpumalanga town, a few other events will be hosted leading up to the main day. And in the exhibition centers, crafts and art exhibitions.
The Standerton Music Festival came about when 5 local young business people matched and wanted to have the annual event, which will consist the mayoral games, which will consist the expo, where you will have the indigenous activities, because we are in the month of we are in the cultural month. We want to inculcate a culture of promoting local artists, local music, and obviously we want to see young people engaging in the sports activities, and more especially promoting talent.
It is an international socially engaged art project engaging artistic research and cultural exchange. That's the Goethe Institute's 9 urban biotapes, which takes place between 9 cities across the world that include Paris, Berlin and Jersey.
The 9 urban biotapes is divided into 3 trialogues. The first trialogue took place between Soweto, Berlin and Cape Town, while the second one between Paris, Torino and Durban. The third and final is currently underway between Berlin, Johannesburg and London. Some of the creative minds that have been part of the project are performance artist Artie Patra Ruga, architect Taswalda Pillay and Anthony Shrug. In the third trialogue, Terry Kurgan explores the phenomenon of co-housing cultures in Berlin, while at the same time, Shrug collaborates with local neighborhoods in 3 inner city districts of Johannesburg.
The Mobile Web in Africa 2014 conference took place at Renlots in Braamfontein, Johannesburg on Wednesday and Thursday. The conference used a host of speakers to look at how the internet and applications on mobile devices can better the world and our lives.
It's got two main purposes. One is about learning about how to harness the internet and applications on mobile devices. The second aim is about bringing the players together, the ecosystem together, and developing growth in the ecosystem. So that's why there's exhibitions out there when you can come and meet a company. Conferences is when you come and meet a person. And we've got international speakers, we've got local speakers, we've got speakers from Nigeria, Tanzania, Kenya, and it's bringing all those minds together and then getting them to interact. They can expect information overload. If they don't walk away from a day at Mobile Web Africa without their brain hurting, I'll be disappointed. And they should also have a pocket full of new contacts and new ideas as well.
Lola Pedro, Gabriel Razano and Bushera Bashir are some of the keynote speakers that will headline the Social Media Week Johannesburg. It takes place between the 22nd and the 26th of September and puts under the spotlight women who work tirelessly to build businesses, industries and families.
Throughout that week, we'll be hosting a series of panels, fireside chats, film screenings, various conversations around how social media and technology is impacting society, business, culture, how we live. It's just sort of a combination of multiple things around the city. But we have a whole broad spectrum of speakers throughout the week. So whether you're interested in how social media is impacting your business as an entrepreneur or as a brand marketer or leader for your company, or whether you're a musician who's trying to figure out how you can sort of use social media to engage with your audiences. We have a nice combination of speakers from multiple backgrounds doing talks and presentations throughout the week. We also have Alan Not Craig Jr. doing a whole presentation on sort of providing broadband access to wider communities throughout the country, and then also how that could impact building up the South African economy as well. But then we also have, a whole conversation happening on Friday. This is going to be sort of a fireside chat with Oaklum Cool Cat, who is a pretty big sort of hip-hop music artist who's been able to use Tumblr as a great sort of platform for himself. In addition to a number of speakers who are coming in from the UK, from the US, we have some speakers from Nigeria, from Kenya.
From African Flags Pantsula Temple out in Katlehong, that's how we come to the end of today's edition of the Art Bulletin. To find out more about them and their project, you can always visit www.africanflagpantsula.com. To keep in touch with us, you can always tweet at Morning Live SABC, #the Art Bulletin. Until next time, it's a goodbye from us.